Welcome to my channel. Now let's start. You never truly know when life is about to throw you a curveball, but one thing's for sure. When my aunt is involved, you can always expect the unexpected. This story began on what I thought would be an ordinary day. I had no plans beyond staying in my room, catching up on some overdue work, and maybe scrolling mindlessly through my favorite apps. My room was my safe haven, a carefully curated bubble of calm that I rarely let anyone invade. But that day, my aunt turned that peaceful bubble into a whirlwind of chaos, confusion, and surprisingly, laughter. If you are enjoying the story, then please subscribe to my channel and also share with your friends. Now came back toward story. To set the stage, let me introduce my aunt. She's the kind of person who can walk into a room and instantly change the energy. Her presence is magnetic. She's eccentric, adventurous, and brimming with a type of enthusiasm that can be both contagious and exhausting. My family often jokes that she has main character energy, and trust me, she lives up to that reputation. From the moment she arrived at our house for her week-long visit, I had a gut feeling that she would bring some kind of drama or excitement into our otherwise routine lives. I just didn't expect her to do it in my room. It all started mid-afternoon. I was sitting at my desk, quietly sipping on my favorite cup of tea, when I heard a knock on the door. Before I could even respond, the door creaked open, and there she was, my aunt, holding what appeared to be a large, dusty old suitcase. Her face was lit up with an expression I can only describe as mischievous glee. "I need your help with something," she announced, as though I didn't have a choice. And just like that, she barged in, suitcase and all, instantly filling the room with her larger-than-life personality. I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or panic. She dragged the suitcase to the center of the room and dramatically flipped it open, revealing what can only be described as a treasure trove of bizarre items. There were colorful scarves, strange tools that looked like they belonged in a spy movie, and a pile of crumpled papers that looked like they had been written in some kind of secret code. "What is all this?" I asked, trying to make sense of the scene unfolding before me. "It's a project," she replied cryptically. Before I could protest, she began pulling items out of the suitcase and arranging them on my bed. Among the items were candles, jars filled with glittering powders, and a peculiar-looking crystal ball. She explained, with the seriousness of a scientist presenting their findings, that she was on a quest to unlock the mysteries of the universe, using a combination of family heirlooms and modern-day intuition. I couldn't tell if she was joking or genuinely believed what she was saying, but either way, I was intrigued. "Let's start with something simple," she said, lighting a candle and placing it on my desk. Simple? There was nothing simple about what was happening. She handed me a small, intricately designed book and instructed me to read aloud from a specific page. The text was a mix of poetry and riddles, and as I read, she began waving her hands dramatically over the crystal ball. I felt ridiculous, but her enthusiasm was so genuine that I couldn't bring myself to stop her. Things took a turn for the bizarre when she asked me to close my eyes and make a wish. I hesitated, but eventually complied, thinking, what's the worst that could happen? The moment I opened my eyes, the room was filled with a faint, shimmering light. I blinked in disbelief, wondering if it was some kind of trick. "Did you see that?" she asked, her voice tinged with excitement. I nodded, too stunned to speak. She claimed it was a sign that the universe was responding to our energies. At this point, I didn't know whether to laugh or start questioning reality, but that wasn't the end of it. My aunt's experiment escalated further when she pulled out a deck of cards, not playing cards, but something more mysterious. Each card was adorned with intricate designs and cryptic symbols. She began shuffling them with the skill of a seasoned magician and laid them out on my desk. "Pick one," she urged. I hesitated, but eventually chose a card. She examined it carefully and launched into an elaborate interpretation of what it supposedly meant for my future. According to her, the card indicated that I was on the brink of a major life change. The highlight of the whole ordeal came when she decided to cleanse the room's energy by burning some kind of aromatic herb. The scent filled the air, creating a surprisingly calming atmosphere. For a moment, the chaos gave way to a sense of peace, and I realized that my aunt, as eccentric as she was, had managed to turn an ordinary day into something extraordinary. When she finally packed up her suitcase and left the room, I sat there in silence, reflecting on what had just happened. It wasn't just the odd experiment or the shimmering light. It was the way she had the ability to transform a simple interaction into a memorable experience. My aunt's visit reminded me of the importance of embracing life's unpredictability and finding joy in the unexpected. So, what did my aunt do when she came into my room? She disrupted my routine, brought a little chaos, and gave me a story I'll never forget. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that sometimes the best memories come from the most unexpected situations. Have you ever had a family member surprise you in a way you never saw coming? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this one.